G'day playmates, and welcome to another Harmer vid. Of course I am back with Run 8, the North American freight simulator again, and this time it's a little bit different because I'm going to compare this to probably its nearest rival, which is Train Sim World 5. So I'm going to run both programs at once, and we'll have a look at the differences, the advantages and disadvantages of each. So here I am in Run 8. I'm going to select this world, and I'm going to launch that. It's nice cheesy music. Love the cheesy music. Okay, let's just get out of the way here in case we get any. So it's populating the world. We got 431 trains coming in. I will engage the automatic dispatcher, who the programmers called Otto, and then I'll pause that, and then we'll go and have a look at Train Sim World 5. So Run 8 is American software. Train Sim World 5 is good old British software. And it looks like all trains are loaded. I will go to Barstow Yard with both sims, so as we know what we're doing, and I'll go there. Okay, and we have been magically transported into Barstow Yard, and we'll probably take over this outbound train here. So this one here, we'll probably take that one over and we'll drive that. Okay, let's pause and Alt Tab. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of background first. I am using a third-party website, which is the depot, and that's the advantage of Run 8. It has got some good third-party support. That's mainly because it can be modded a lot more than Train Sim World 5. So Train Sim World 5 doesn't really have that. So that's +1 for Run 8, that's -1 for Train Sim World 5. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to look at this route in Southern California that extends from Barstow all the way down to San Bernardino, and it's just a coincidence that in fact I have that route both in Run 8 and I have that route in Train Sim World 5. So Train Sim World 5 is a DLC, a download called Cajon Pass, and in Run 8 it's known as the Cajon Subdivision. So Barstow to San Bernardino with Victoriaville about halfway. However, another plus for Run 8, when you buy the add-on for Run 8, you also get San Bernardino to Mojave, so you actually get this spur that runs through Lancaster. So apart from the 80 odd miles between Barstow and San Bernardino, there's also roundabout somewhat similar between San Bernardino and Mojave that you get with Run 8. Having said that, they're both about the same price, around about $40 US. Okay, so let's now go on to Train Sim World 5, and I'm going to Alt Tab out onto that, and yeah, so we're going to be selecting a job from Cajon Pass, and I think yeah, okay, let's grab this one. Take over this intermodal train from Barstow to Victorville. Yep, let's do that one. And dynamic weather, maybe we might just go with sunny. Custom weather, clear, not foggy, light clouds, light rain, rainstorm, lightning, misty. Now let's go with clear, maybe a little bit of cloud in there. Okay, and let's get started. Okay. Okay, the first thing I might do is turn the volume down on options, settings, and audio. Let's drop this well down, say maybe to about 40%. Okay, and we'll apply that, and back, and back, and back. Okay. Alrighty. So let's hop out, and let me just put the HUD away. So the first thing, obviously, I'm going to talk about is the graphics. Here we are at Barstow Yard, and Train Sim World uses the Unreal 4 engine, and as you can see, graphics are absolutely superb, both inside and outside the train. Really good detail. Yeah, and as you can see in the interior, and there's my conductress over there. Hi Vera. And just zooming in on this, yeah, the quality is just excellent. And unfortunately, this does, for those people that like eye candy, this is just a great sim. So let's now let's Alt Tab out, and let's unpause this. And yeah, this is a very dated sim. It has been around, I think, since about 2012. So as you can see, really unfortunately, it doesn't hold a candle to Train Sim World. So that's a plus for Train Sim World, and unfortunately that's a minus for Run 8. Okay, alright, well, since we're doing comparisons, let's hop into this train, and let's start everything up, and let's hop in the cab. Okay. I'm just going to make a slight graphics. I'm going to take off depth of field. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, graphics are not that great. but it is an old sim, and you know, there are advantages and disadvantages. Let me just pause this because I'm going to show you something interesting. Train World 5 with its classic graphics, it does come at a price, and that price is micro stuttering, which for me is a little bit of a deal breaker, because apart from being a deal breaker, it's also an immersion breaker as well. And even Dovetail Games, so here's getting started with Train Sim World 5. As you can see up here, shader compilation and traversal stutter. Unfortunately, not many games built on Unreal Engine 4 suffer from, unfortunately, yeah, many games built on the Unreal Engine 4 suffer from shader compilation stutter. This is most noticeable as pauses between frames. Whenever something new is being rendered for the first time, this kind of stutter will occur on any PC hardware. So it doesn't matter how good your PC is. So it cannot be eliminated with a hardware upgrade. Well, you know, I hate to say this, Dovetail Games, but that's pretty bloody poor. You know, why did you choose the Unreal 4 engine? I do believe that they are working on Unreal 5, but yeah, you know, for me that's a pretty big deal. Okay, anyway, let's go back and let's just unpause this. Okay, so we've done graphics. Also, the CGI, the interface is also pretty dated as well. It is severely menu run with Run 8. With Train Sim World 5, let's hop into cab. With Train Sim World 5, it's basically HUD controlled. Okay, so here I've got my time and where I've got to stop at. I've got to stop at Victorville. This is the accelerometer. This is the line speed, and this is the gradient. And then also up here there's a little map showing the signals and the speed limits as we go along. So yeah, unfortunately, +1 for Train Sim World, -1 for Run 8. The other thing that I am now going to talk about is that something. Well, actually, before I do, I might just get this going. Okay, so oh, that's the other thing, of course. Clickable cockpit. They both have that. They both have got a clickable cockpit. I mean, but more so with Train Sim World. I mean, they got fancy things like up here I can my fan speed, I can turn the fan on. Up there it goes, and I can alter the fan speed. This is all, you know, sort of eye candy-ish, sort of good-natured fun. Windscreen wiper, light on, light off, sort of thing. I am going to need to start this up. I'm going to need to put the generator field on. My gauge lights are off. My reverser is forwards. My throttle is at 0, and then my banking comms need to be on so as I can talk to my support units at the back of the train. And in fact, let's have a quick look at that. So that's the front of the train. and the train's so long that we have to pause to go to the back of the train. The quality of the foliage is very good. However, the Mojave subdivision is essentially a desert style terrain. So let's go back to the front. Let's go in. And let's there's an automatic brake. Let's go and turn that off. Let's go and turn the independent brake. 8% applied. I'm gonna give it one throttle to hold position, and then I'm gonna bail off. Okay. So now let's yeah, we've got slight movement. Okay, throttle 1, you can see up here. Okay, throttle 2, throttle 3, as I say, using my keyboard. Three 299. Burlington Northern and Santa Fe. Heading out. I'll just drop the throttle back 1. And we're on our way. Alright. Let's just pause that. We've got an overview here of the first 6 miles of the track. There's message logs. Here's the map, and we're starting out here at Barstow Yard. Okay, let's get this guy moving. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure all the braking is in order. I'm going to take the brakes off, although the handbrake's still on. And yeah, this is clickable. As you can see, it's turned blue, but it is a lot harder to operate. I actually find that this is actually easier to use the keyboard than to actually try and yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to click here to make this go blue, but it just ain't doing it. Click, 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 but no. Okay, so so I'm in forward. I will go into notch 1 and I'll take off the handbrake. Go to notch 2 and notch 3 to get us moving. And then as we come up to this stop signal, I'm going to show you a great feature on run 8 that Train Sim World 5 doesn't have. And this is why overall I give, one of the reasons why I give, okay, let's break. And this is one of the reasons why I Run 8 is my preferred simulator, and it's all basically horses for courses. If you like casual a casual simulation with lots and lots of eye candy, Train Sim World 5 is the way to go. However, if you want a proper simulation that's got a lot of depth to it, then you can't beat Run 8. So first up, Run 8, as I mentioned before, has got Otto, the dispatcher, and I'm just going to bring some information up on the top part of the screen, and I'm going to bring up the train track speed. Okay, so I'm going to summon Otto, and this is the dispatcher screen, and there's a number of screens. So we're in Barstow Yard, and we are 7947, and here we are, 7947. And we're going to ask Otto to give us a signal so that we can head out towards CP Hodge in the Cajon sub. So the first thing I'm going to, I'm not going to do that. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dial up the channel, which is channel 32. Channel 32. Cool. Okay, and then I'm going to call up dispatch. Should come up here. Yep, Otto is answering at Barstow Tower, and I'd like to request a signal to go ahead. What does he say? He's acknowledged. Okay, so we're just going to, well, yep, and there we've already got the green signal, so let's notch up. And that is a really good, obviously a realistic feature. I'm just going to make an alteration to so I want train there on that screen, and I want DPU on this screen, and I've also got other screens available. That's another plus for Run 8. Train Sim World doesn't have that. Alright, so let's just go through some of the depths of this sim. So apart from Otto, you've also got hump yards which are workable. Hump yards are basically yards that collect incoming trains, sort the cars out to outgoing trains, and it does that via does it automatically, or in this particular game or sim, it does it via AI, or you can actually do it yourself. Let's just have a quick look. Yep, okay, and as you can see, we've already started to head here. Obviously all this is not to scale, so we're heading down main 1 and we'll be heading to CP Lenwood. Okay, and these are all some of the other trains that are about in the area. So yeah, hump yards. Train Sim World 5 does have I know of at least one hump yard in on the Sandpatch grade. They're but they don't work. As I say, they're pretty much there for eye candy. And also these guys here, I'll just pause this. In fact, look, no, I won't. These guys also have got hundreds and hundreds, there's the alerter, of industries that you can do deliveries to, and they're called local runs. Let's just go out and let's just get back into Train Sim World 5. So with Train Sim World 5, all you've basically got are runs which are predefined by a timetable, which is good if you enjoy passenger trains. Train Sim World is very strong on passenger trains. And most of I'll probably say around, say 65, maybe even 70% of the routes from around the world with Train Sim World are passenger. Personally, I enjoy freight operations, so Run 8 suits me more in that regard. Run 8 concentrates on freight operations and does a very, very good job of simulating those. Also, Train Sim World 5, they tend to be smaller routes from around the world. There are UK routes, there are German routes, continental routes, there are American, North American routes, even Canadian, and they tend to be around. And there you've just seen a micro stutter, and I'm going to put F3 up here, and I'm going to point it up here. This is the frame rate, and you can see I'm pretty low on frames because I'm running both programs at the same time, and you can see just briefly flashing to yellow and sometimes to red. Anyway, as I say, let's just go back and let's have a look at this. Okay, now Run 8, you buy a base game, a base pack. that pack is, I think it's around about 220 miles in length. The pack that you buy, the base game, starts at starts here at Bakersfield, and it heads through Mojave to Barstow and all the way out to Needles. That's a heck of a route. As I say, Train World doesn't have long routes like that. So obviously you need you need the day off from work to go from Bakersfield to Needles. But of course, like all games, you can save and come back. And the add-ons, I've actually got the base game, which is Bakersfield to Needles. I've also just recently bought the Cajon subdivision, which is from Barstow to San Bernardino, and then San Bernardino up through Mojave. There's also a DLC here. There's also a DLC there, and if I actually... There's a DLC from Needles all the way out here, and from Bakersfield almost up to Stockton. This is huge, and probably at some time down the track, forgive the pun, they're going to connect to Sacramento and the southern and south of Stockton. So look, there's plenty to go at. And also, when I was mentioning about local, okay, so in alphabetical order, in the Southern California, all these industries, 11B, you can actually have a look. It will show you. That's what 11B looks like in the game. Boxcar warehousing, the railroad is the Union Pacific that serves it, and that's the local tag for the train, and the yard that the trains go into and come out of, and the area, the map area, San Bernardino. And so look, these are just the A's. And I'll go on to the B's. So there's literally hundreds and hundreds. So again, talking about the depth of Run 8. Okay, so let's go back to Train Sim World 5. Okay, whoops. Okay, got it. So let's hop in cab and open the window. I can turn on the safety systems to... oh yeah, they do these things here called action points. To be honest with you, it really means nothing. You can only... The only comparison is... let's just crack on a bit here. Let's go into throttle 4. Is you can compare it to somebody else who's got Train Sim World 5 bloody action points. I've got a million of them. They mean nothing. They don't give you a free game or anything. It's just their way of saying, okay, if you drive properly and don't drive like a maniac or whatever, then we'll give you these action points. But yeah, I think it's a bit facile personally. But anyway, that's as it may. So a couple of things that freight operations have in Train Sim World 5 that Run 8 doesn't, and that is the loader industries, and I'm talking about parts of the track in Train Sim World 5 where you can load your cars up with coal from a coal facility, which, as I remember, is on sandpatch grade. That's pretty damn cool. You know, you just basically are running your train. Yep, look, that was another stutter. You're running that under a coal loader, and there's also on one of the Brit ones you've got an aggregate loading and unloading where you can run your aggregate cars over a pit and automatically dispense the aggregate, and that's about it. Neither of them have got working intermodal yards. Oh, actually no, I think that Train Sim World 5 has got a Brit one. I think it's somewhere in the southern region where you can load and unload containers in the intermodal yard. So I'm going to give Train Sim World a plus for that, and unfortunately I'm going to give Run 8 a minus for that because they don't have that. They're modelled in the game, but they don't actually work. The other thing about Train Sim World 5, let's talk about money. Pretty much all of my DLCs that I bought in Train Sim World 5 have all been on a discount, and anywhere between, my God, you know, anywhere between 30 to 80%. Generally, you know, round about 50%. And because Dovetail Games are on Steam, yeah, quite often, you know, a couple of times a year at least, they go on sale, and that is the way to build up your Train Sim World 5 collection, by buying the DLCs really cheaply. Otherwise, you know, you're basically paying on an average, you know, $40 for a DLC. So let's just go back to our friends at Run 8, and let's just throttle up a bit here. Okay, now because Run 8 isn't on Steam, you have to buy it direct from the guys in America. Download it digitally, obviously, from their website. There are no discounts. Look, you know, fair enough. You know, the bottom line is, I think, you know, the base game for I think it's 50 American dollars is great value for money. Otherwise I wouldn't have bought it, you know. But to my knowledge, and I'm a new Run 8 owner, to my knowledge, they don't do discounts, either for their DLC or for their base game. Let's get back in the cab. And yeah, I do find that the keyboard driven operations for Run 8 a little bit clunky, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but the bottom line is there are no real in-game tutorials. So I'm going to give Train Sim World 1 point for in-game tutorials, and I'm going to take away, unfortunately, -1 point for Run 8. You just basically get a huge bunch of PDFs that you've got to wade through. So what tends to happen is you tend to go onto YouTube and look at other people's videos to learn how to do things. There's the alerter. I forgot to sound the horn before I set off. And let's just check how we're going. Yeah, we're over here at the moment. There we go, we just popped up UP 7947. We're actually this train is an intermodal train that's going from Barstow to San Bernardino, whereas on Train Sim World 5 it's stopping at Victoriaville. However, you can carry on from there, from Victoriaville to onwards to San Bernardino. So I think that's pretty much covered it all. I can't think of anything else offhand, apart from the fact that Run 8 has actually got a big plus. If you like that sort of thing, you can play multiplayer. How about that? There are servers that you can and you can put your own servers up. In fact, that's the network menu there. And as I say, like things like spawning trains, particular trains that you want, you can do in Run 8. You can't do that. You've got a set amount of trains with a set timetable, and that's basically all you do pretty much in Train Sim World 5. So yeah, look, that about covers it. For me, I am really enjoying Run 8 at the moment, for the simple reason of the sheer depth of the sim. Okay, now track speed is now 60, so let's clock on. So notable on this route is the famous Cajon Pass, which is round about here. Well, it's round about Silverwood, and that goes down from Silverwood to Cajon, and then into San Bernardino. But it's going to take quite a while to get to there. So we're up here at the moment. We'll be heading to Hodge, probably on this line. Go back. Okay, hope that's been useful for you. I've enjoyed doing this one and doing the comparison. I have played Train Sim World a lot, but as I say, around about 6 weeks ago, I saw by chance Run 8 and bought it, and I've been very happy with it. Okay, catch you guys on the next one.